So if you are a data analyst, okay, so you have the relevant skills like Excel, SQL, Power BI, Python. So you have to be efficient enough to utilize this skill. That is the trend. Focus on the AI skill which is implemented or integrated within your existing skill set. Learn it properly, and that's where you will make yourself different from the crowd, and you can stay in your job confidently. Whatever marketing you are doing, you are basically selling yourself in front of the public, in front of the crowd, right? As from a non-technical background, to create an environment to go to that technical background is very, very important.
So, Shashank, what are the key trends that are shaping the future of AI and data analytics now? What are your thoughts about that?
Okay, so if you are a data analyst, okay, so you have the relevant skills like Excel, SQL, Power BI, Python. So you have to be efficient enough to utilize these skills. That is the trend. Means you need to utilize AI in your existing skill set. For example, let me give you an example. If you are utilizing Power BI, right? So you have a feature of Copilot there, right? That is an AI feature. So you should know how to utilize AI feature like Copilot, and Copilot is integrated in Excel, in Power BI, in SQL, in PowerPoint, right? So everywhere you can utilize it to make yourself efficient. So, uh, so focus on the AI skill which is implemented or integrated within your existing skill set. Learn it properly, and that's where you will make yourself different from the crowd, and you can stay in your job confidently.
Exactly. So the next question, it's not for freshers. Usually freshers come with good amount of knowledge in the basic skill set. But for the professionals who are already into the industry, what are the skills that they need to upskill constantly to stay in this domain?
See, if you are a data analyst and you have, for example, 2 years of experience, right? Now you have two options. Either you, or I would say three options. You can move towards Power Platform side, means you can add skills like Power Apps, Power Automate, Power Virtual Agents, and SharePoint. Or you can move towards data engineering side, where you can add skills, maybe cloud skills like Azure Data Factory, Azure Data Bricks, Azure Data Lake, and all, right? Or you can move towards data scientist role, where you are utilizing skills like machine learning, developing ML models, right? So these are the three main areas people can choose, and learn the skills, and then look out for the job for better switch and for better compensation.
Exactly. So you answer for the data professionals into the industry. What about the non-data professionals who want to do a career transition into this domain? What are your thoughts about that?
First of all, they should think that they will not get the result within 2 to 3 months. Okay, that is very common misconception, that we can get the result due to in within 2 to 3 months, because of the misleading that is happening on YouTube and other social media platforms. If you are preparing for any exam, right, you give at least 6 months of time to prepare and crack the exam. Why you are not giving the exact same amount of time to crack a job in data analytics, right?
True.
So you need to give ample amount of time. Take it as a 6 months target. Give yourself that target, that okay, after 6 months I will have to crack the job, and it is doable. And in these 6 months, you have to learn the skills. Okay, you have to make your portfolio. A strong portfolio means projects which are unique, which are not common, that everybody is doing. You have to market yourself as much as possible on LinkedIn, which will actually help you to grow your network. Okay, and because in the long term, you will be able to get referrals from those connections, right?
Indeed.
You can't get connections in one day, right? It takes several months of time to build connections. That's why parallelly your LinkedIn connection should be grown. Means you have to market yourself as much as possible, because whatever marketing you are doing, you are basically selling yourself in front of the public,
That's
in
correct.
front of the crowd, right? So that's where you have to think of technical capability with a strong project portfolio, LinkedIn presence, and then you need to focus on your more on startups, because you are coming from non-tech background, right? So startups will give you better chance or early chance than big multinational companies, right? So focus more on startups which are nearby to your city, and connect with their co-founders, recruiters, and regularly follow them, engage with them, build positive connection, and that's where this third factor will actually help you to land a job. And your LinkedIn presence at the end will help you to get referrals from these people and showcase your work to them.
Oh, thanks for consolidating that. So we are from Chennai Data Circle, a networking community. What are your thoughts about networking? How important is it for someone in the data analytics domain?
Especially for the people who are from non-tech background, from non-technical background, right? You don't have that kind of environment, right? To connect with people. But if you have this kind of circles where people from different backgrounds are coming together, right? You can engage with them, you can connect with them, you can exchange numbers, you can create a group within yourself, learn together, practice together. So this is how you can build your environment. And as from a non-technical background, to create an environment to go to that technical background is very, very important. So that's why your environment plays a very important role to whatever you are becoming, right? So for a non-technical person, like circles like Chennai Data Circle or any kind of networking events, it is very important to go there, participate, engage actively, and build your connections, because offline connections are always very much beneficial. You can also get referrals also in the long term if more people are if you have positive connections with them. So yeah, overall, networking plays a very important role in the long run. It can actually get a job which you will not get easily through your even online presence also, because you have done that networking offline. So offline networking is more important than online networking, to be very frank. So that's it.
Thank you so much, Shashank. Yeah.
Thank you so much for the questions.